In this video, we're going to solve trig equations. We could easily solve these using a calculator, type in the equation of cos x equals a half, and find all the solutions between x is 0 and x is 2 pi. But we're going to assume that we have no calculator. So the first one we're going to do is find the values of cos x between the domain of x is between 0 and 2 pi. So if we draw ourselves a quick cast diagram, so we got C, A, S, T. We want cos to be positive, and it is cos positive in quadrant 1 and quadrant. Now I can solve my equation. So x is equal to cos to the minus 1 a half, and I should know that that is in radians is pi over 3, so x is equal to pi over 3. That is my acute angle, so there it is, pi over 3. I'm also in quadrant 4, so that is pi over 3. So my two solutions between 0 and 2 pi is this angle, which is pi over 3. So x equals pi over 3, or x equals 2 pi minus pi over 3, which is x equals 5 pi over 3. So I have two solutions. X is pi over 3 or x is 5 pi over 3. Question 2. Sine x equals minus root 2 over 2. For the domain, minus 360 degrees to 360 degrees. So if we draw our cast diagram, we want sine to be negative, so sine negative is in quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. So the first thing we'll do is solve this. So we'll just find the acute angle first. So x equals sine to the minus 1 root 2 over 2. So x equals 45 degrees. So 45 degrees is there in quadrant 3 and there in quadrant 4. So my first angle is all the way round there. So it is 180 plus 45. So x equals 225 degrees. And my second is all the way around there. So it is 360 minus 45, which will give us 315 degrees. So our two values are x equals 225 degrees and x equals 315 degrees. Question 3. Tan 2x is equal to root 3 over 3 for the values of x between 0 and 2 pi. So this says tan 2x. Our domain we are given is for x. So the first thing we have to do is alter our domain. And we do that by multiplying everything by 2. So we can get the domain for 2x. So 2 times 0 gives us 0. 2 times 2 pi will give us 4 pi. So our new domain is for any x value between 0 and 4 pi. So that is 2 complete revolutions of the unit circle. So now let's draw our cast diagram so we can see where we need to go. And we want tan to be positive, so tan is positive in quadrant 3 and quadrant 1. If we now find the acute angle, so 2x equals tan to the minus 1 root 3 over 3. So 2x is equal to 30 degrees, which is pi over 6. So our acute angle is pi over 6. So 2x is equal to, so our first angle is this one, which is pi over 6. Our second angle is all the way around there, which is pi plus pi over 6, which is 7 pi over 6. Our third angle is 2 pi plus pi over 6, which is 12 pi over 6 plus pi over 6, which is 13 pi over 6. So our third angle is 13 pi over 6. And our fourth angle is 2 pi plus 7 pi over 6, which is 12 pi over 6 plus 7 pi over 6, which is 19 pi over 6. So we have 4 solutions for 2x, but we want x. So x is equal to pi over 12, 7 pi over 12, 13 pi over 12, and 19 pi over 12. And question 4. Cos x plus 30 degrees is equal to root 2 over 2. And our domain goes from minus 180 degrees to 180 degrees. So again, that is for x, but we want the domain for x plus 30. So we must add 30 to both sides of the domain. So minus 180 plus 30 gives us a domain of minus 150 degrees for x plus 30, and 180 plus 30 goes to 210. So our domain for x plus 30 goes from minus 150 degrees to 210 degrees. Now find the acute angle, so cos to the minus 1 of root 2 over 2 is equal to 45 degrees. So if we draw our cast diagram, we get the following: CAST, and we want cos to be positive. Well, that's in the first quadrant and the last quadrant. So our acute angle is 45 degrees and 45 degrees there. So we want to go from 0 to 210. So the first angle is this angle here. So x plus 30 can equal 45 degrees if I keep going round all the way there, well, that is 315 degrees, and that is not in my domain. So my domain is too large there, so I can forget that angle. And now I need to go in the negative direction, and my first angle is this one there, which is minus 45 degrees. So it can also equal minus 45. And then if I go all the way round to my next, which would be minus 315, well, that is not in my domain either. So my two angles for x plus 30 are 45 degrees, minus 45 degrees and 45 degrees. But I don't want x plus 30, I want to solve for x. So x is equal to, subtract 30 from both sides. So that's minus 75 and 15 degrees. So my two solutions are x equals minus 75 degrees and 15 degrees. And both of those, if I check back, are in my domain from minus 180 to 180.